Hi guys, and welcome to Vlog Day 5 with the new Honda E, the all-electric baby from Japan. I've been covering this for a few days now. Look back at my previous ones. I'm also doing a full review, of course, with the car. I've just been filming that, so stay tuned. Turn on the notification icon on this channel. Make sure you're subscribing, of course, to youtube.com/browncarguy, right? So for this vlog, I thought what I'd do is I'd tackle some questions I've had through YouTube and Instagram and other channels that I've had as well. People have been asking me a few things about the car. So first question from conway-gordon, and he says, will this car work in India? Well, I don't really know because I'm not that familiar with the Indian market, but the key question there is, what about the infrastructure? Is there an electric charging infrastructure in India? This car has been designed as a city car, as an urban runabout. I don't think it's meant to do long miles. In fact, in Honda's own stuff, they talk about the fact that, you know, the typical commute of somebody in the UK would be like 23 miles. This car has a range, a stated-ish range of about 130, 125, 130 miles, again, depending on which spec, whether it's got the updates with the tires and stuff like that people have been telling me about, and that I've discussed in other vlogs as well. So the range is limited. You will, of course, in a hot country like Southeast Asia, Middle East, and all those countries, you'll need to keep the climate control on, and then that does actually rob, as I've highlighted in previous vlogs, it robs the battery of juice and reduces the range. In fact, it actually tells you how much range you'll gain by just turning the fan off. But you know, in a hot country, you're not going to be turning the fan off, no way. So, but will it work in India? In terms of size and practicality, in terms of the cuteness and desirability of the car, it would work totally. Again, it's down to whether or not there's a charging infrastructure there. If you're able to charge the car at home and use it, I think it should be fine. Is it on sale there or not? I don't know. Have to check with your local dealers in India. Right, so the next question is from Ahmed, who's Ahmed Area 51 on Instagram, and he says, can you sit in the back seats? It's an interesting question because I'm 6'2" with long legs. This driving seat is set for my driving position, so let's see. Oh, I can just about fit, but I've got to say, it's not the most comfortable position for me. But yeah, just about. I reckon 4 regular size adults probably could fit a bit better than I. Next question is from Tom Conway-Gordon, one of my Patreon supporters, and he's supporting me on patreon.com/Shazadchek. Make sure that you are too. Just go there, subscribe. It doesn't cost much. It's from as little as $2 a month. It'd be great if you can do it, and you'll get a mention at the end of most of my content. That's pretty awesome. Anyway, his question was, is it nippy? Well, you know, that's something that you'll be able to see more of in the car review. I will say this, that, you know, again, look at the car, the way that they've designed it. There's a wheel at each corner. You can see it's at the extremities of the car. It's got pretty wide track front and rear, although quite a short wheelbase. So all of that, you know, basically is ingredients for a nippy little car. Plus, of course, this is rear-wheel drive, although I have to say that dynamically, and I've only just been driving around town, I haven't really noticed a marketable difference in terms of front-wheel drive and rear-wheel drive on this particular car. It is a very small car, so this is not something you're going to be doing drifts in or burnouts in or anything like that. But it is pretty quick, especially that initial acceleration, of course, with all electric cars. So that 0 to 30 is stupendous. It's going to be neck-snappingly quick on this car. So in that sense, it can be a lot of fun. Now, the other thing about being nippy in town is the whole aspect of having the confidence to, you know, feed it into gaps and, you know, cut in and out of traffic and stuff like that. Now, I normally have that confidence because I use the side mirrors, I use the rear view mirror and the wing mirrors to keep a kind of a mental 3D image of what's going on around me at all times. I find that a little bit more difficult in this car, something that I've discussed in some of the vlogs that I've done already, because of the digital mirrors that it's got. So I don't know if, you know, and those don't give you a sense of depth perspective in terms of what's behind you or what's around you. So in that sense, you have to be aware of what's around you. I am turning my head a little bit more in this car to literally look physically, because I like to be able to see physically where everything else is around me. So in that sense, perhaps it's not as quick nippy as you like, but in terms of its size, its compact nature, yeah, of course, you can park it anywhere, you can put it into any gaps and stuff like that. So in that sense, it is nippy. How it handles, more of that in the actual car review. So next question from Instagram handle, you know it's Omar, and he's being cheeky. He's asking 3 questions, and the first question is, how does it handle? Well, I've covered a little bit of that in the Tom Conway-Gordon question about how nippy is it, but really more of that will be in the car review, so you'll have to wait for that one. Is the interior practical? Again, I will cover that more in the car review itself, as well as some of the previous vlogs, and also I've just sat in the back seat in response to another question as well. And his third question is, does it feel like a Honda? Well, you know what, that one I will try to answer, because in terms of the quality, in terms of, especially to me, because this is obviously inspired by the Mark 1 Civic, and this area here very much reminds me of the Mark 1 Civic, with the way the vents are done, the underhanging console, the wooden trim, the round boss on the small round boss on the steering wheel, and the 2-spoke steering wheel. Very much, to be honest, it's like, if I can ignore these screens for a minute, that really feels like a Mark 1 Civic. It does feel like a Honda. It feels like a classic Honda in the styling sense, but in terms of the quality, the fit, the finish, the attention to detail, the way that everything touches, feels, the way the touch-feely aspect of everything, and the way that the buttons, you can be assured that everything is going to work. In that sense, it very much feels like a Honda. So yeah, it does feel like a Honda. Donny Gow asked me, is this the same car that was driven by Chris Harris in the recent episode of Top Gear? Well, I don't know, because I don't watch the episode, so I'm not really sure. However, he sent me a screen grab of the car that was used, and that is RO20 VXE number plate. This one ends with ZYE, so the answer is no, it isn't the same car, even though it probably is the same spec, because it is from Honda. So this final question is for, I think I'm pronouncing this right, Ruben Benici, and he says, demonstrate the automatic parking system in the car as well as the cameras on here. Now, I've got to say, I hate these systems. I really hate them. I never use them. They freak me out, but I'm going to do it because you've asked me to do it. So, okay, so it's detected a space. It's detected a space. Now, what do we have to do? We do that. We go with parking into the space. Then we have to select the space itself. There it is. And then we press the brake and press the park. It is now ready to do it. Now I have to reduce the force on the parking brake, and it's doing the steering. It is doing everything. It's quite a weird angle it's taking, I see. So it's doing that, I see. It's changing gears itself. It's changing gears itself. This is freaking me out because of how close we are to the car next to us. And again, you can see the lines on there, how it's doing it. And yeah, I mean, I'm not doing the pedals. I'm not doing the pedals. It's doing it itself. And oh, I am so tempted to test the brakes. I am so tempted to test the brakes. And for some reason, it's really, really close to that car. So it's now, okay, so I think it's now going to correct itself. I don't know why it was making that mistake in the first place. It was very, very close to that car, but it realized it was close to that car. It went forward, corrected its angle again. Now it's come back. Now there's a much more acceptable distance between me and the car next to me, and it is parked. Oh, be still my heart. Oh my God, these systems really freak me out. I do not like them. But it does work. I've demonstrated it for you. I hope you're satisfied. Stay tuned, guys. I think I'll do one more vlog on this car. Of course, I'm doing a full review, so wait for that one. Like I said, subscribe, youtube.com/browncarguy. Follow me on social media channels. That's #browncarguy. Subscribe to browncarguy.com and support me or sponsor my content on patreon.com/Shazad Sheikh. A roll call of people who are doing that will come up after this. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you again soon.